Hello, hello everyone. Just waiting for 12 o'clock to come up with the chair exercise. So get ready with the chair. I have something soft on my chair because it's a hard chair, but you do what you need to do. So I am live in different platforms. So just give me the thumbs up that you can hear me and that you can see me well. And all you need is a chair. All right, so I'm just waiting for 12 o'clock and I'll start. So you can start getting ready on your chair. So this is a exercise for everyone to release tension in the upper body, to open the chest, to improve posture, and to lift our spirits, because it's only when it helps to have an upright posture, an open chest, to keep our spirits high. And I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. And I'm just waiting for 12 o'clock to gather a few people to come and exercise together in movement at home. Maybe I should change my tag, which is together in movement. I should put together in movement at home. What do you think? All right, so it's not quite 12 o'clock yet, so we need to wait until 12 o'clock. Just settle down on your chair while we wait for 12 o'clock. And if you're not in the UK, then let me know where you are below and what time is it where you are. So in the UK, it's approaching 12 o'clock. But if you are not in the UK, it's probably not the same hour. All right. So we're just waiting for 12 o'clock to start our class, our Feldenkrais and yoga session, sitting on a chair. A very delicious exercises to release stress, release tension and stiffness from the upper body. So we're not going to start until 12 o'clock. It's 1 minute to go. All right. So so you want to come and sit at the edge of your chair. So no leaning back. So come and sit at the edge of your chair and start feeling your sitting bones. So your sitting bones are in your buttocks, in your pelvis, and if you bring one hand underneath each side of your buttocks and move around, wiggle around, you'll feel a bone on each of your hands. So those are your sitting bones, and as per the name, sitting bones, they are designed for us to sit on them and not on the tailbone, like a lot of people tend to sit like that on the tailbone. Right, so connect nicely onto your sitting bones and start wiggling or rocking from side to side. So we're starting the session now. Welcome everyone. Let's do a exercise sitting on the chair to release tension and stiffness from the upper body and to open the chest. So Start by feeling your sitting bones, by rocking from side to side. See if you can bring the movement in your pelvis as opposed to swing in the torso, okay? So keep the torso as quiet as you can and see if you can move only the pelvis from side to side. So you're shifting the weight from one sit bone to the other. Can you feel your sitting bones? Okay, and then come to your neutral. Just close your eyes for a moment and connect to your sitting bones and feel your sitting bones on your chair. Imagine your sitting bones like baby feet. They are there to support the weight of your torso and of your head. And it's very likely that one sit bone feels different to the other. Maybe there is more weight going on to one sit bone than the other. Just notice if you feel those differences. Maybe you feel, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. Just see if you can sense any difference there on your sitting bones. Okay. And then from here you're going to turn. Just turn as if you're you're crossing the street and looking for cars. Just turn to one side. Do that a couple of times, slowly, gently, and just notice how that feels in your torso, the spine, the neck. Turn to look for cars, and notice how that feels in your torso, the ribs, the spine, the neck. How far can you go comfortably? And then compare to the other side. Don't push, don't force. We just noticing how this movement is in the spine. Is it easier to the other side, or is it more difficult? Maybe it's more stickier. Just notice. Okay, and then turn only the neck. Turn to one side a couple of times. The slower you go, the more you can feel. So if you go too quickly, you can't feel anything. And we need to feel, we need to sense what's there. So see what's there for you in your neck today. Notice the quality of that movement in your neck. And then compare to the other side. So what we're doing today and all these live sessions that I do with you, it's not a workout, okay? It's not, we're not building up muscles and a six-pack. We are here, I'm here to help you to release tension and stiffness from the body, and we can only do that if we go slowly and gently, okay? Stiffness and tension in the body won't go away if we move too quickly, okay? All right, and then let that go. Now, I want you to start moving the pelvis back, so as if you were going to sit towards your tailbone. And as you move the pelvis back, you round the spine and you look between your legs. And then you move the pelvis forwards and lengthen the spine and look up a little bit. Just notice how this movement feels in the back, in the pelvis. So you're moving from the pelvis, moving from the torso or the neck, okay? It's the pelvis that moves, and as a result, the back, the whole of the torso and the spine moves as well, okay? So back onto your tailbone, and then forwards towards your pubic bone, and you lengthen the spine. Move from the pelvis, the hip joint hinging back and forwards. Bring a gentle smile in your lips, so that helps release release tension from the face, to soften your face and your jaw. So you want a soft jaw, a space between the top and the bottom jaw so that the teeth are not touching, okay? And you keep moving back and forth with the pelvis. Remember, the movement is in the pelvis. It's from the pelvis. Of course, the torso moves as a result of you moving the pelvis. Notice how that feels in the hip joint, in the spine. So as you come forward, you arch the lower back and you stick your bum out. And as you move back towards your tailbone, you round the spine. Okay, and then let go. Come back to your neutral, wherever your neutral is, sitting right on your sitting bones again. And now we're going to do tilts. Okay, so we're going to tilt. Don't expect a big movement here because there isn't a lot of room for the spine to go that way. So we're going to do a kind of a C shape with the spine. So visualize your spine, your vertebrae, and tilt to the side. So bring the right ear towards the right shoulder towards the right hip, and see if you can lift the right hip a little bit towards the right shoulder. So this side, this right side is shortening, and then back to the center. And then you're going to do it to the other side, left ear to the left shoulder to the left hip, and left hip to the left shoulder. And we're going to do that a few times with the breathing, okay? So breathing in the middle, exhale, tilt. So make sure that the tendency here is to rotate the head. We're not rotating, we're tilting. So the nose stays nicely pointed to the front. So it doesn't go to the side, it stays glued to the front. Inhale to the center, exhale to the other side. So you're shortening one side and the other side is lengthening. And back to the center. And do that a few times. So see if you can, it's not an easy movement, this one of lifting the pelvis towards the shoulder, but see if you can do that. What you want to avoid is to move the torso to lift the pelvis. We don't want to do that. We just want to lift the pelvis and bring everything towards the pelvis. And the pelvis towards the shoulder. Breathe into the middle and go from side to side. Keep that gentle smile in your lips. Breathe in and out. Try not to rush the breath to move the movement. We all breathe in different rhythms. So respect your rhythm to move from side to side, okay? And it's very likely that one side feels different to the other. Can you feel that difference? Which side feels easier, less stickier? Which side feels stickier? Keep noticing what you're doing with your head. So we're not rotating the head. The nose doesn't leave the wall in front of you. So imagine your nose is glued to the wall and you can't move the nose. The nose goes to the side, but it doesn't rotate. Okay, and then come back to the center, let that go. Breathe in and out. Okay, now you're going to work with the shoulders. So bring one shoulder back. You're going to keep the torso, the head, as quiet as you can. Bring one shoulder back, wherever shoulder, we're going to do both. And bring the other shoulder forwards. And then, okay, carry on with that. Bring one shoulder back and one shoulder forwards. Keep the torso as quiet as you can. And while you do that, I'm going to check what happened. Here, I think I've lost connection to a Facebook group. going to try to connect. So you carry on moving the shoulders back and forwards. Carry on moving the shoulders back and forth. Sorry, I've lost connection to one of the groups. So I'm trying to connect again. All right. So we're moving the shoulders back and forth. So I don't know what happened in the hand-based chatters, people, that I lost connection. So let's see if it's back. Okay. Okay, I'm live again with the hand-based chatters. I don't know what happened. So we're moving the shoulders back and forth. So one goes forward, the other one goes back. Keeping the torso as quiet as you can. Breathe in and out as you do this, slowly and gently. Okay, and then let go. Come to the center. Okay, now we're going to move the shoulders with the head. So we're going to do the same thing with the shoulders. One shoulder goes forward, the other one goes back, and then you're going to look, keeping the chin parallel to the floor. You're going to look towards that shoulder that you bring forward. So you look above the shoulder. But remember, the other shoulder is going back. And then bring everything to the center, and then you take the other shoulder back, and the other shoulder forwards, and you look towards that shoulder that comes forwards. Breathe into the center, exhale, move, and you go from side to side without pushing, without forcing. Here again, the tendency is to tilt the head, so now we're not tilting, we're rotating. The chin stays nicely parallel to the floor, so bring the chin a little bit up so that you know that you're not tilting the head, but you're rotating. So you're looking above that shoulder that comes forwards. All right, keep that gentle smile in the lips. Back and forth. So don't expect a big movement because your neck and your spine are going in opposite directions. Back to the center. Try to move with the breath. Back and forth. Remember that one shoulder is coming forwards and the other shoulder is going back, and you look above that shoulder that comes forwards and back to the center. Okay, and let go. Resist that temptation here of shaking. So sometimes our temptation is to shake and roll. So resist that temptation. Just feel what's going on in the shoulders, the neck. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move again without moving the torso and the head. Okay. So you are again going to move one shoulder back, one shoulder forwards. Keep the head nicely facing the front, back to the center, and then you move the other shoulder back and the other shoulder forward. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. Breathe in and out, and keep looking ahead. You fix your eyes in front of you so that the spine doesn't move. Just the shoulders moving and the shoulder girdle. back and forth. Okay, let it go. Now again, you're going to move towards the shoulder that comes forward. So again, the same thing with the shoulders, back and forth. And now you're going to look towards, so now you're going to allow the head to rotate towards that shoulder that comes forward. But remember that the other one is going back. Back to the center. See if you can do this with the breath. Inhale to the center. Exhale as you move. Okay, let it go. Take a moment to rest. Now we're going to do the same with the shoulders, one forwards, one back, but you're going to look towards the shoulder that goes away behind you, okay? So you turn the torso and look towards the shoulder, or evoke the shoulder that goes behind you. And back to the center as you inhale. Exhale to the other side. Remember, one shoulder goes back, the other shoulder comes forwards. And you look, you turn the torso, there is a little movement in the pelvis, so allow that to happen, okay? And you're going from side to side. Allow the arms to move as well. Allow a little bit movement in the pelvis, in the hip joints. So turn the head toward the shoulder that goes forward. Don't forget to bring the other shoulder forward. Look towards the shoulder that goes back. See how far you can go easily with comfort. Breathe in and out. Okay, a few more times here. Okay, and then let go. Come to sitting again. Come to sit upright. Feel your sitting bones. Take a moment to let go and rest. Okay, now you're going to cross your arms. And you're going to bring your elbows up so that they are parallel to the floor. And you're going to take the elbows and the head to the left. Allow movement in the pelvis and then back to the center and then to the right. Keep your chin with the elbows. Inhale to the center, exhale to the side. Inhale to the center, exhale to the side. In your own rhythm, the rhythm of your breathing. Keep your chin nicely with the elbows, so the chin doesn't go away from the elbows. Notice what elbow you have on the top, and next time you come to the middle, you're going to let go, take a moment to rest, and then you're going to cross the other way, and you're going to do the same thing. The elbows are parallel to the floor, so they're not down or up, they are parallel to the floor. Inhale in the center. Exhale to one side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the other side. Keep the chin with the elbows. Keep that gentle smile in the chin, in the lips. With the breath, inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center, exhale to the side. Okay, let go and rest. Take a moment to rest. All right, cross the elbows again. This time you're going to take the elbows to one side and the head to the opposite side. Okay, but here again the temptation is to tilt the head. We're not tilting the head. We're rotating, so take your chin a little bit high or up so that you don't tilt the head instead of rotating, okay? So elbows to one side, head to the other side. Don't expect a big movement, it can't be a big movement. Inhale to the center, exhale to the sides. Head, elbows going in opposite directions. Keep the head, the chin nicely parallel to the floor, moving parallel to the floor. And the arms are also moving parallel to the floor. Inhale to the center, exhale. Notice what elbow you have on the top. Next time you come to the center, let go. Take a moment to breathe in and out, to rest. It can be quite tiring for your arms, so if you get tired before I say to rest, then you rest whenever you need, okay? All right, so cross the elbows the other way around. The hands come towards the armpits, not towards the shoulders. Elbows are parallel with the floor. Inhale to the center, same movement again. Inhale to in the center. Exhale, move the head and the elbows in opposite directions. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the other way. In your own rhythm, you're gonna feel creaks, hear creaks and cracks, and feel creaks and cracks in your back. And as long as it is not painful, then that's all good. That's tension releasing. If it's painful, then do a little bit less, move a little bit less, move a little bit slower, so that you don't trigger the pain. Pain is not good, but the solution, it is not to stop moving, okay? It's just to move in a different way, so that it doesn't trigger the pain. Okay, try not to tilt the head. Relax the jaw, keep that gentle smile in your lips. All right, let go and rest. Resist the temptation to shake things, let things be. Just feel and sense your neck, the shoulders, the spine, the ribs, wherever you feel, wherever comes to your attention, let be with it. Take a moment to rest. Okay, now cross again, whatever way, because we're going to do both ways, and just take the head and the elbows to the same side. And just notice, we did this before, so just notice if this feels easier. Is there more range of movement available? And then cross the other way and check. Is it easier to do? All right, let go. Okay, now we're going to cross the, so watch for a moment before you do the next step. So we're going to cross the hands just like we did before. Give yourself a hug. Whatever crossing, doesn't matter, we're going to do both sides. So we're going to remember those pelvic movements we did before. Forwards and back, forwards and back. We're going to do the same with the cross of the arms, all right? So as we move back towards the tailbone, you're going to round, so the elbows are now resting on the chest. You're going to round and round, look towards the floor. And then as you move the pelvis towards your pubic bone, you're going to lift the elbows and look up and up and up and arch the back. Okay, and we're going to do this with the breath. Exhale, round, move the pelvis back, squeeze the belly button in ever so slightly. Inhale, move the pelvis forward towards the pubic bone, and then start lifting the elbows as far as they go comfortably up. Look up, arch the back, and you're going to go from rounding to extending. extending in your own pace, in your own rhythm of your breath. It's important that you do this with the breath. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you extend. Try not to rush the breath. The breath guides the movement. Respect the rhythm of your breathing. And lift those elbows as far as they go and arch the back as you come forwards towards your pubic bone. Notice what elbow you have on the top. And next time you come to neutral, just let go and take a moment to rest before we go the other way. Before we cross the other way. Take a moment to feel yourself, the ribs, the spine, the back, the neck. Okay, now cross the other way and we're going to do exactly the same thing. All right, so take the pelvis back, round and round and round. As you exhale, as you inhale, you come forwards and forwards and lift and lift and lift and lift. So it's not one sharp movement. They are tiny, 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 tiny little movements. One way and then the other. Keep that gentle smile in your lips. Lift. Notice what feels different with the elbows crossed this way. Remember, you're moving from the pelvis. Pelvis comes forward towards the pubic bone and it goes back towards the tailbone. And let go. Take a moment to rest. Resist that temptation to shake things or to roll the shoulders. Stay with it. Feel, sense wherever comes to you. Breathe in and out. Okay, now just make those movements with the pelvis without the arms. Go back towards the tailbone. Come forward. Notice if that movement feels easier. Maybe you can lengthen. Take your chin up a little bit more. Just notice how this movement now feels compared to before. Okay, let go. Now bring your attention to your right shoulder. Bring the shoulder up, back, down and forwards. And around in a circle. Just one shoulder, the right shoulder, up, back, down, forwards. And go around in a circle. Breathe in and out. Keep that gentle smile in your lips. Okay, and then bring the shoulder forwards, down, back, and up. So you're going the other way around. Okay, let that go. Let's do the other shoulder. Up, back, down, and forwards. And around in a circle. Keep everything else relaxed. The jaw is relaxed. The facial muscles are relaxed. The chest is relaxed. Breathe in and out. Okay, and then go the other way around. we're going slowly to release tension, stiffness, open the chest. Okay, let that go. Now you're going to move both at the same time. So as you bring the shoulders back, so you're going to make a round again, but as you bring the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, and then release. Come forwards and squeeze the chest. Close the chest. Okay, so you need to do a little bit more effort here to close the chest. Then you take the shoulders back and you open the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Okay, and you're going to do that a few times. Around and around. So as you come forward, you close the chest. As you go back, you open the chest. Breathe in and out. Okay, and then let go and go the other way around. Same thing. Open the chest and close the chest. Okay, and let go. Breathe in and out, stay here. Bring your attention to your nose and start drawing a tiny circle in the air with the tip of your nose. So it's not a big movement, it's a small movement. The jaw is relaxed and there is a space between the top and the bottom jaw. And you're drawing a circle in the air with your nose. Close your eyes if that is comfortable and just draw that circle. There's nothing for you to see here, just to feel. You will hear noises in your vertebra of your neck. Stay connected to that. Keep that gentle smile in the lips. And then make the circle the other way around. Keep that jaw nice and relaxed and soft. Teeth are not touching. Okay, let that go. Now bring your attention to your chin and guide the movement with the chin. So you're going to make a circle with the chin. So it's a little bit bigger now so that you have room to draw a circle. And notice, are you drawing a circle? Or it is not quite of a circle, maybe it's more a oval. And notice what parts of your neck don't allow you to make a circle. So imagine the circle that you're drawing in the air. Close your eyes if that is comfortable. Keep breathing in and out. The jaw is soft. The lips are smiling. And go the other way around. Okay, and let that go. Now with the chin parallel to the floor, you're going to tilt. Bring the ear to one shoulder, back to the center, and then back. And tilt to the other side. You're going to go from side to side. So you're tilting, you're not rotating the head. Okay, and let that go. Now we're going to go around and this is the last movement we're going to do today. We're going to go around the sitting bones. Okay, going to go around and around and around. So you need to bring as much movement as you can to the torso. So allow the torso to be free, and the spine and the neck and the shoulders to be free to go around in a circle. So there is no right, don't think too much about the movement. There is no right or wrong way of doing this. See how much movement can you bring to the torso. Explore the full range of movement in the torso. So you're going to round the back, and you're going to extend the back, and the pelvis is going to move from one sit bone to the other sit bone, forwards, and then it goes back. So allow the torso to move as a result of you moving the pelvis, but then make an extra effort to move the spine like a snake. So the neck is moving, the shoulders are moving, and just do what feels good. Try not to think too much about the movement, but to feel the movement, and allow your body to take you where you want to take you. So close your eyes and just move around and around and around. Breathe in and out. And see how much movement you can bring to the upper body. The spine, the neck, the shoulders, the ribs. Breathe in and out. And then go the other way around. Remember that you're lengthening the spine and you're rounding the spine, and you go all directions that is possible. You look down and you look up. Okay, let it go. Come back to the center, and let's do a couple of tilts to the side. So tilt to one side and tilt to the other side. Bring the pelvis as well towards the shoulders as you tilt. Breathe in and out. Notice how that tilt feels now comparing to before. So you're making that C shape with the spine. So visualize your vertebrae making this C shape movement. All right, and come back to your sitting bones, connect your sitting bones. Notice if anything feels different in your sitting bones. Notice how does it feel to sit upright now. Notice how does it feel in your chest. Turn to the side as you did before, as if you're crossing the street, and notice how that feels now. Is it easier? Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for coming over and doing this with me. And I'll be back at the same time next week. Leave me your feedback below, requests or questions. Wherever. If you have any questions, please let me know, or any requests. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.